Good morning. I'm back with another collection obsession, and I must have been obsessed with this photo because I printed it once big, or a 4x6, and two 3x4s. So I decided I'm just gonna go ahead and scrapbook it today. Might as well put my photo obsession on my collection obsession. Okay, I have taken, I think this might have been a Jen Hadfield. I'm not sure, it might have been like from, I don't know, Paper Patio, or I'm not sure. But if anybody recognizes this, you can put down the title or the name of the paper, because that's what this is here. I have this in this collection, but since I want it to go this way and this was intended to go this way, I'm just gonna save it because maybe I'll use it that way. And so I might as well use this one here that's just been in my stash, because I'm only gonna show this much here and this much here, so if it was going the wrong way, it wouldn't show. Okay, so I've already matted it. I'm first gonna use this paper. This was on the border strips. Is that what they're called? Yeah, they're border strips. Okay. And it says, I was made for summer days, I was made for summer days, I was made for summer days. And I have to say that I was made for summer days because it's my favorite time of year in spite of the heat. And I don't actually mind the heat as much as the humidity. The humidity is horrible sometimes. Okay, and I am putting this really close to the bottom. That's why I figured it didn't matter what paper I use. But this is, this is gorgeous paper. And I got it Tuesday morning. You know, it's like every time I found a pad that had wood paper in it, I bought it. Okay, I think that's straight. Looks like it to me. Okay, and then this is the piece that had all these little, bowls, chairs, canned jams, and stuff like that on it. And I did want to save a little piece of this, so I cut off like 4.5 inches. But it's also, I think this is the one that Skylar said, it's beautiful. I don't know, I love this one. It's like, it's kind of a minty green. And yes, I love it. I do think it's beautiful. Okay, and I'm gonna put it the direction it's supposed to, just in case the flowers really have a direction, even though I don't really see one. Okay, and I think that should be straight since the bottom one is. Yes, it looks like it to me. Okay, and then I'm going to use this flower. These were all on the border, or on the border strip paper, and so I'm going to use this next. And I wouldn't have cut them all apart, but I wanted, this was at the bottom of this, and it's like I wanted it to be above it, because this is kind of how I feel about summer. It's like it's time to enjoy it. And maybe I'll flip this around so it's easier. So on the back of the border strips was the paper that had all the little RVs on them, which it's like they were so adorable, but I don't think there's much chance of me using that paper, even though I still have the little border strip left. So of the RVs, and on the back, that's what's on the back. They are so cute. Maybe I'll just put them on there for no reason at all, just like I decided to the bikes. So I'm going to put this on here, my beloved picture of the cantaloupe, and And I'm gonna use this Summer Sweet Summer. It's one of the 3x4 note cards, and I'm gonna stick them right next to each other, but I'm actually gonna overlap this because I accidentally did that and I decided I liked it like that. So I want kind of the same side on, or the same amount of space on each side. So maybe if I go like 1.5 inches, that should get me there pretty close. Maybe just a little more. Okay, so I'm gonna tape this down. All the days I've been knocking this down, I'm gonna try not to today. Okay, and I've just got a little ways from the top. I don't really have a measurement from the top. I just kind of, I don't want it right up against the floral. And this, on the back of this cut apart, is that all over floral and fruit pattern. Okay, where is it? Okay, it's supposed to be right here. Except for I'm gonna, whoops, well, let's knock that over. Oh, and I just laid down the card. Okay, you know how I don't pay attention that I've put tape on it. Terry. Okay. Hope I don't want it that high up because I do not want to be on top of my on my border at all. Just a little bit. Okay, that's good there. I accidentally did that. I was going to butt them up next to each other, and I just kind of liked how it looked overlapped. So I'm just going with that. Okay, and I've got one of the floral stickers from the page, or from the sticker page, yeah, from the page. And I am gonna just stick this down here on the corner. And I also have, I'm gonna call this Raspberry Lemonade because I love raspberry lemonade. I don't remember who had it before. It was somebody like Wendy's or Taco Bell or something. I don't remember where. But we went out to eat the other night at, I think it's Texas Roadhouse. And there was nothing lemony, nothing raspberry about their raspberry lemonade, let me tell you. Nothing lemony about it. Nothing raspberry, nothing lemony. Okay, and then I am going to use the bike. You know how my goal is to use the bikes because I think they're always adorable. They're in just about every kit, and so I'm just gonna start using them for no apparent reason. Then they are so cute. I mean, really, isn't that why we use everything? Like I was gonna say melon marmalade, my melon. Okay, so I am going to, I shouldn't have jumped so fast to do this because well, let me see. I do want it probably right about here, and I'm just not gonna push it down. I took 2 of the branding strips and I cut them into banners, and I'm going to overlap them and so that they're cockeyed. And so I'm gonna put a little glue on it to hold it. And I'll show you that I've folded it here in a second. So I've already folded it so that it's still cockeyed. And I've taken some of this wax linen, I think it's called, and I made a loop, and then I tied a knot in it. I think you can see that. Let me put that here. So I am going to take this and put this on here. And then what did I just do with my glue? Is it here? Yep. And I am going to glue it here. Since I'm going to be using all these bikes, I got to decide different things to do with them. So I am going to have it like it's pulling this little banner behind it. So I'm folding that over, and I'm folding both of them over, so it's like I'm going to have to tape them both. Hold them there for a second. So it looks like this on the back side. And on the front side, it's going to look like this. Oh, and now I've probably pushed down my bike real good. Okay, still okay. And, oh, here's I've got from the sticker sheet, it says Sweet Summertime. Now, this was just a rectangle, but I've slightly made it into a banner because I wanted it to go on top of the other. So I'm going to put it right on top of this one. And I'm just going to have it kind of at the edge so that you kind of see the little bit of pink through it. You won't see the turquoise or minty green. Okay, so that's kind of straight where everything else is slightly askew. And now I'm going to take this and put it right behind the bike, and let's see, I might have to arrange that just a little bit different because I want it to look like it's being pulled behind the bike, and I would say I have my bike about right. Okay, so I can push that down now. And I'm gonna just cut this off right at the knot. And one thing about this stuff, it's very, you know, it's very stiff since it's waxed. Okay, so I'm gonna tape this, and then I'll put a little bit of glue right behind that little waxed knot, which is going to be pulling it right behind the bicycle. Okay, and it shouldn't take too long to dry. Okay, and so that's my spot there. And now, oh, and this, I don't know if you noticed, but this is a wooden swing, and I just love to look at it. At one of my houses I lived in, it had a swing out on the front porch, and I love that. Okay, and now I've got this little sticker that says locally grown, and I'm gonna stick that just at the top because it was definitely locally grown. It was grown in our garden. We don't have cantaloupe growing this year. We pretty much, you know, we'd eat it and then we'd can some of it into melon marmalade, which I have that recipe on. Oh, I actually didn't put the recipe on, but if anybody wants it, let me know. It's called melon marmalade. It's got cantaloupe. It's got, I'm missing my, oh, here it is in front of me. I can see it, I can see it. It's got the cantaloupe. It's got lemons. It is just delicious. Now, we have an overstock of it because my husband's the only one who eats it, and he doesn't eat it very much. We've kind of, I've never been a sugar eater. I'm a salty, crunchy girl, that's what I say. I don't know if I want to put something behind that because it is going to blend in with it real well. So do I want to lift it up a little bit so it's not totally stuck down? Maybe. Let me put a little dimensional right behind the top of it and kind of lift it up from the page a little bit. it doesn't take the whole thing to always give it dimension. Just, you know, sometimes I just tuck it under certain parts, like I'm doing right now. Okay, so that should be good. And now I've got a little peach here, and I'm gonna put that right beside this little floral. Like these are things that you can buy at the locally grown places. Now, I live in Indiana, so there's definitely no peaches growing here. Or no oranges. Somebody might have peaches, we don't. I meant oranges, because I knew I was pulling these off. But I'm pretty sure you can grow peaches here. Definitely not oranges. Okay, I'm just gonna, how do I want this tipped? I guess I'm gonna tip it this way so the leaves are going towards the middle. And then I have some little strawberries. We can grow those here. I would like to grow some here. We had raspberries once too, but the vine kind of, or bush or whatever it is, it kind of just kind of gave up. I don't know. Maybe they only grow for so long and then you have to replant them. And then I have a jar of flowers. So I'm gonna put them, do I like that there? Let me tilt it a little bit more, because it didn't look like it would naturally be like that. It looks a little better there. I've got this jar of flowers, and I love jars. So I'm putting this right next to it, and it's gonna be in front of the peach, like it's sitting in front of it next to the locally grown sign. And I think I'm gonna put a little bit of dimension just right behind. Maybe I should dimensionalize the whole thing. Let's see. Yeah, I think I should do that. I usually have all this decided ahead. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I just kind of got this ready, and I thought, I'm just gonna go ahead and just do it right now. Okay, so I'm sticking this right in front. I have little green jars too. I love them. I got them from my mother-in-law. Okay, so I've got that on there. I think I have everything except for enamel dots. I don't have a whole lot of things on this. And I'm going to use the enamel dots that I used the other day. Except for I'm just going to use the cantaloupe colored ones. And I'm going to stick, let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things here. So let's see, I think I'll just do 2. And these are the ones I told you have to glue them, because otherwise they will not stick. Okay, so I'm just doing 2 here to keep my number odd. And then I have 2 things over here. I'm not counting this, so I'm gonna put 3 things here. Do I want them? I think I'm gonna stick them up here. Okay. So that way I'll have 5 things here. I love this collection. It's just, I mean, this is like totally one of my favorite papers right here. Okay, and I guess I'm gonna stick these up here. I've got 2 things going on here, so I'm gonna put 3 here. And if you notice, I kind of scatter them kind of similar. It's like I like that kind of, so they almost make like a triangle within themselves. Okay, so there you have it. I could put a little more dimensional there, and I will after I turn off the camera. So there's my second collection obsession, and I will have close-ups at the end. And thank you for joining me today, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.